What it do, Dream Team? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video about what is Project 2025. I've been hearing about Project 2025 over TikTok, over social media for a while now, but I don't understand exactly what it is or what it means. So I'm definitely intrigued to learn more about it. Now, before we dive into this video, if you guys happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe or hit that like. And if you have a video suggestion you'd like me to react to, you can drop it in the comment section or subscribe to Patreon and request it there. Or in the description section, there's a link where I take premium as well as free requests. Premium and Patreon requests are prioritized.
Have you heard about Project 2025? Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman and welcome back to Illustrate to Educate. In this video, we'll dive into everything you need to know about Project 2025, including 5 criticisms. Remember, if you disagree with Project 2025 or its criticisms, please don't dislike the video, but instead respectfully comment your thoughts below.
I like that.
Project 2025, led by the Heritage Foundation, is a comprehensive initiative designed to prepare for a potential conservative administration starting in January 2025. It is structured around 4 main pillars: policy development, personnel recruitment, training, and strategic planning for the early days of the new administration. Okay. Here's a more detailed breakdown of each component. First, let's look at the policy agenda. The Conservative Promise is a detailed policy guide that provides specific recommendations for governing major federal agencies. The guide encompasses conservative solutions to various issues, including economic policies, healthcare, education, and national security. It is intended to serve as a blueprint for the next conservative administration, ensuring that key conservative values and strategies are implemented effectively from the outset.
Okay.
The second pillar is the personnel database. Project 2025 includes a comprehensive personnel database aimed at identifying and vetting potential appointees for various positions within the federal government. This database seeks to ensure that a future conservative administration has a pool of qualified, ideologically aligned individuals ready to fill key roles. The recruitment efforts span across different sectors and backgrounds, targeting experienced professionals who can execute the administration's agenda efficiently. The third part is the training through the Presidential Administration Academy. To prepare the identified personnel for their roles, Project 2025 has established the Presidential Administration Academy. This academy offers a range of training programs including workshops, seminars, online courses, and mentorship from former administration officials. The training is designed to equip future administrators with the necessary skills and knowledge to implement conservative policies effectively. Fourth is the 180-day playbook. The 180-day playbook is a strategic document outlining the immediate actions to be taken by the new administration within the first 180 days. This playbook is crafted to enable swift policy reversals and the implementation of conservative priorities, ensuring a smooth and impactful start. It includes specific actions for various departments and agencies, focusing on undoing the policies of the previous administration and setting the stage for long-term conservative governance. Now let's talk about the coalition and organization.
I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly. So far, I guess to put it into my own words or to say what I've gotten from it, it sounds like, okay, the Project 2025 is for, I guess, conservative person gets in the, Republican gets in the White House, Donald Trump. Seems like that's going to happen. Looks like Donald Trump's going to win. I mean, anything can happen. You never know. But for the most part, it looks like Donald Trump's going to win. So it looks like all the positions he wants to be filled with conservatives who were like-minded or ideologically agree with him, or agree with whatever conservative policies were laid out. And they're starting a school, like an administrative school, where to keep these policies in line once this president goes out and the next president comes in, to kind of keep this conservative government on the exact same path, and then also furthering with their own policies. But it sounds like to me in the personnel recruitment and everything, so we're only going to get like-minded individuals to fill these key seats. So if you think differently, you're not going to be able to, I guess, fit in. I don't know. I don't know about this. It's an interesting concept because I feel like, of course, you want, if you're the leader of the free world, right? You're the guy in the chair. You're gonna want people that agree with your ideals, that agree with your policies, that want to help you push them through. And then I mean, of course, in the U.S., you can only serve 2 terms as president. So your time is limited. So of course, you're gonna want your policies to continue after you leave. You're gonna want on the path that you decide to choose. You're gonna want the next president to stay along that same path when it comes to policies, when it comes to ideals, when it comes to furthering things. So it sounds like Project 2025 to me so far. We're only 3 minutes in. It sounds like just kind of replacing everything with the conservative government and making sure that a conservative government stays in power by putting conservative people in every single one of the main chairs. I can understand it. Of course, if you're a conservative, why would you not want that? It's understandable. Do I agree with it? I don't know. I think right now it's very hard for things to get passed and policies to be passed because there are too many different opinions. But at the same time, I also think different opinions need to be had. So it's kind of, I understand it from both sides. I don't know how I feel about it. I need to sit on it, but I don't know I don't think I agree with it. I don't know. I need to hear what the policies on education, healthcare, and those policies were. Because if they're good, then I might enjoy it. But if not, but I don't like, I feel like there has to be people who think differently. Everybody can't think the same. I don't know. I don't think I like that aspect of it. But we'll continue the video.
Structure. Project 2025 is supported by a coalition of over 100 conservative organizations, including think tanks, advocacy groups, and academic institutions. This broad coalition brings together diverse expertise and resources to support the project's goals. Notable participants include former officials from the Trump administration who contribute their experience and insights to the project. There are specific policy focus areas in Project 2025. Project 2025 proposes significant changes to federal policies on reproductive health. These include removing references to abortion from federal laws and regulations, reversing the approval of abortion pills, and defunding clinics that provide abortion or contraception services.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I would say I fall more so when it comes to pro-life or pro-choice. I would say I fall more so on the side of pro-choice. I thought when in healthcare, I was hoping that they were going to say something about making healthcare more affordable. Because right now it's not. And so that's what I was thinking. I don't agree with this one. I don't agree with
pills and defunding clinics that provide abortion or contraception services. The initiative also aims to reinstate the Comstock Act to ban mail-order abortions and reshape Medicaid to avoid funding reproductive health care services that include abortion. Another focus area is cultural and social issues. The project emphasizes the restoration of traditional family values and religious principles. This includes opposing policies perceived as supporting cultural Marxism and promoting a pro-life agenda. It advocates for policies that support the nuclear family, religious liberty, and traditional gender roles. There's also the leadership of Project 2025, which is directed by Paul Dans, a former chief of staff at the Office of Personnel Management during the Trump administration, with Spencer Shratine serving as associate director. Both bring extensive experience from their previous roles in government, contributing to the strategic planning and execution of the project.
I don't think
So
I
what are
like
the criticisms of Project 2025? Project 2025 has sparked significant criticism from various sources. Critics argue that the project embodies a comprehensive plan to centralize executive power, erode democratic norms, and enforce a far-right agenda on American governance and society. Let's take a look at 5 specific criticisms in more detail.
That's kind of what it sounds
First
like.
is the centralization of executive power. One major criticism is that Project 2025 seeks to expand presidential control over the federal bureaucracy. The plan includes reviving the Schedule F classification, which would allow the president to replace thousands of civil service employees with political appointees loyal to the administration. Critics argue this would undermine the nonpartisan nature of the civil service and politicize federal agencies, making them tools of the executive branch rather than independent entities.
That's facts. It sounds like it's kind of getting rid of checks and balances where power is not balanced anymore. And there will be no more checks and balances, because if you can fire all of them people and put people that are loyal to your administration, and you're only going to put people into place that are loyal to your cause, then when you want something to happen, that's what's going to happen, without there being like questions, without there being anybody to disagree with it, whether good or bad. Now, I do think, as a power of the president, I feel like there's a lot of presidents who campaign on a lot of promises who've never been able to deliver on those promises because there's been too many problems with trying to get it passed, because you got so many people at odds and so many people. But I don't know if that's worse than everybody just completely agreeing on everything and passing whatever. Although I can see there being good to that, but I can see there being a lot of bad to that as well. Okay.
Second is the attack on democratic institutions. Critics highlight that Project 2025's blueprint includes proposals to dismantle or weaken key democratic institutions. This includes plans to defund the Department of Justice and dismantle the FBI and other agencies that could act as checks on presidential power. Such moves are seen as efforts to undermine the rule of law and enable the executive branch to operate with little oversight or accountability. Third, the project also faces criticism for its potential use of government power to target political opponents and critics. There are fears that it would enable the executive to pursue legal action against political adversaries and critical media outlets, drawing parallels to authoritarian regimes where dissent is suppressed through state mechanisms. The fourth criticism is the social and cultural agenda. Project 2025's policy agenda includes strong positions on social issues, promoting conservative values that critics argue could roll back rights and protections for various groups. The document outlines plans to restrict LGBTQ+ rights, enforce strict anti-abortion measures, and integrate Christian nationalist principles into government policy. This agenda has raised concerns about the erosion of civil liberties and the imposition of a particular religious and ideological framework on the entire nation.
While I am Christian, I do believe in Jesus Christ, I would never try to force that on someone else. Everybody should have the right to believe what they want to believe and live life with the values that they want to live life with. I don't think it should be forced upon people. Yeah. And then the anti-abortion, and then getting rid of certain. I'm not sure exactly everything. I'd have to do a lot more research into this, because what I've got, this video is only 8 minutes, but this kind of sounds a little bit scary, dog. This. Like I said, it's getting rid of checks and balances. There's going to be, if this is allowed, there will be nothing to check presidential power.
Lastly is the environmental and climate policy rollbacks. The project's stance on environmental regulations is contentious. It proposes significant rollbacks of climate policies, which critics argue would have detrimental effects on efforts to combat climate change and protect the environment. This aspect of the plan is seen as catering to business interests at the expense of long-term ecological sustainability. Did you find this video about Project 2025 to be helpful? Remember not to dislike the video, but rather like the video, comment, and subscribe to support more simple and objective videos on topics that matter. If you liked this video, please check out my other videos.
I have to learn more. I have to do a lot more watching of different videos and different sources, because that Project 2025, from what I got from this video, sounds scary. I don't know. It's like you're forcing these values upon the nation rather than allowing people to choose what kind of values they want for themselves or to make decisions for their own life. Yeah, I'm gonna be in disagreement of Project 2025. If everything in this video is what Project 2025 is about, then I'm in complete disagreement with Project 2025. It is very scary. There's no checks. There's no balances. There's absolute power, and it seems like it's kind of scares you to think like what's gonna happen to people that disagree with these values. But I don't know if this is a biased video. I don't know. I have to look into this a lot more. That's all we have for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm extremely interested at what you have to say. Also, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a like, and check this video out next.